Alright, we're going live again. We have frame generation active, 65 frames per second, boosted up to 133. Look at the micro stutter rate at 0.0, that is what you want. We have the frame rate limiter set to 70 FPS, so it gives us a maximum total of 140 to help with VSync. And it looks butter smooth. No artifacts, no garbled anything. We have ray traced shadows enabled. Yeah, I'm tired right now. We have ray traced reflections on, and mostly medium and high settings. Here's the settings. We have performance, XE super sampling. It's a little bit better than FSR 2.1. All high settings. I mean, I can change this to medium a little bit. And we have ray traced reflections on. So the only ray tracing on is reflections. But here it is. Now, just by going into the settings here, it gave us a high micro stutter rate at 100%. So now I have to Alt Tab. And once you Alt Tab and come back in, you'll notice micro stutter rate goes to 0. So, I don't know if that helps anybody, but definitely the key points to running this preview driver is watch your micro stutter rate, Alt Tab in certain games if that helps. Because all I have to do is open my menu up and then boom, I'll get 100% micro stutter. And as soon as I Alt Tab, boom, works great. 0%. And it's butter smooth. But the key here is to set your maximum frame rate a few frames under half of your, how should you say, maximum frame rate. So if you have a 144 hertz monitor, you want to come into video and put the value to 71 or 70. Like I'll put it to 70. That will boost it to 144, which is underneath the 144 hertz of my monitor. And then I have to Alt Tab again to make sure it works. Get that micro stutter rate to 0, and there you go. But to sum it up, if you want really smooth frames, you need to set up VSync off, your frame rate limiter to half of your monitor refresh rate minus a few, and do your settings so that you get roughly 70 FPS before frame generation is applied. So there you go. I'm gonna walk around a little bit. Really tired, really sick, so just enjoy. I'm gonna walk around a little bit here.
No touching. Attention all NCPD subcons. Suspected organized crime activity reported off Willow Street. APB out on one Shinobu Imai, convicted on multiple counts of human trafficking and forced labor. City officials are offering a reward for neutralizing Imai's criminal network in the Willow Street area.
Yeah, for some reason it keeps going to 100% micro stutter rate, so they're gonna have to update the driver more. But when it's actually working like this looks perfectly smooth, much better than 60 FPS. It looks really good. I don't notice much artifacts. So if they can just improve that a little bit. And then FSR3 in this game is going to be absolutely epic once it's implemented. So we just gotta wait a little bit more. But I'm really impressed with this preview driver and how good it's working. For only being driver level, not even implemented into the game. So I'm impressed. Plus people have to realize, you know, NVIDIA's been doing all these things for a while now. Like, they kind of got a head start. AMD was just trying to catch up and get started, I guess. I mean, if you really think about it, AMD did not have to release the 7900 or anything like that. They could have done just like Intel and not done any of the upscaling technology improvements or frame generation. They didn't have to do that. They could have just put out a 7700, 7600, 7800 and called it a day. But they didn't. They chose to try to get to the higher end with the 7900 XTX and try to compete with NVIDIA with their own frame generation. So I give them props for that. More video memory, lower price. But I never thought a year ago when I had a 1070, or 2 years ago I had a 1070 and then I got a 3070. But I never thought I would be able to just come in here, turn off all upscaling. Actually, let's do ultra settings, upscaling off. And I'm gonna do medium for these because they're very, very... And now I'm playing at 125 FPS. Native 4K. I'm impressed. Playing Cyberpunk at almost 130, 120 FPS. But remember, check your micro stutter rate. Once I changed those settings, immediately the micro stutter rate went up to 100%. Now it's at 0. So each time it goes to 100%, I have to go in and turn it to... I have to Alt-Tab out and go back into the game. Then it turns to 0 again. Now there are a bunch of issues with the driver. They're going to fix it, but in the meantime, I'm pretty excited. Now the graphs stopped working. But hey, for a preview, basically beta, first test, experimental driver, this is really good. I did something and made the overlay mess up. People are going to have to do blind tests with frame generation enabled versus disabled and ask people their opinion. But yeah, I can tell microstutter's back right now. But anyways, I'm done for now. I just wanted to come in and test it. Okay, now there is a bug in Cyberpunk right now. And I'll end with this. So, do you see this band going across with the yellow? It's not supposed to be that way. So I can't remember if ambient occlusion messed with that or not. No, it didn't. But watch, as soon as I enable any type of upscaling, here's quality FSR. That's what it's supposed to look like. That yellow bar. And then if I do Intel XeSS, it's better. And if I do dynamic resolution at 100% each, it's better there. It has these like lines that go down through. But if I turn it off, and I turn everything off and apply, like it's really bright and you can see there it's just not normal. I would think normal would be this one here. So there is some glitches. Cyberpunk, I mean, it's gonna change. Probably by Christmas everything will be out. Hopefully in the next month or two. Hopefully the very next Cyberpunk patch introduces FSR 3. That would be awesome. The next few weeks, or even, you know, sooner, in the next week or two. You know, Cyberpunk comes out, hey, FSR 3 is in it, and we updated a whole bunch of glitches and bugs. But I like how when you get hit by a car you start flying. They did really good in Cyberpunk. I might do a playthrough video once they release the next update and FSR 3 is there. I plan to do quite a bit of FSR 3 testing, playing. I've been sick, so I don't do a lot of video editing, but I don't mind going live and just doing some things, having some fun. But I think if we turn that on, nope. I'm gonna turn on HDR, apply. But basically, this is how I play normally, at 70 FPS or so. Full native 4K. See, I turn off FSR and then I turn down clouds and these to medium. And this is how I normally play. And that gives me 70 FPS. So anything more than 70 FPS is a benefit and more than I play.